You're listening to the Annoyed Adult Podcast. Welcome to the Annoyed Adult Podcast. We are here again at the end of the school year to talk to Mark, to Jacee, to Alana, to Nancy, and welcoming back Tina. Back on the show, Tina.
What up, man?
We're so happy.
Hey, buddy.
See, Tina's here because Sharlene's back there in the back. Anyway, but Tina's here today because she's going to look at each and every one of us and judge us because we're all a bunch of unique
people?
Yeah, okay.
No,
yeah.
I'm kidding.
We're all a bunch of terrible people. We've done terrible things. But no, this entire podcast is supposed to be lighthearted, I guess. But before we recorded, Mark has said some mean things to me.
Yes. Would you like me to repeat them for everyone to hear?
I dare you.
Your classroom is not nice.
Go fuck yourself.
My classroom is cooler than yours.
No. So do you remember when Melissa gave out, so there was this award thing a while ago where they had like, was it most helpful? Most...
oh, by the way, that's coming up again next week.
And I'm the MC.
You're the MC for this?
Yeah. Co-MC.
So there was this like award ceremony and they had like coolest classroom.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to win this fucking thing. That's it. And so when I won it, and I was happy that I won it, that category ended because then I don't think anybody can compete. And I'm really happy, and I'm selfish about it, and I'm bitter that if I ever lost, I'd be very angry. You know who comes in close second, though, is Nancy's classroom.
Oh, really?
My room is pretty dope.
Yeah, because it's like black studio with like full-length mirrors.
Yeah.
It looks really
Theater
good.
crew. Gotta have it.
Yeah, so she teaches the drama class, and that's you know, your kids. And I've said this many times. Your kids are a very interesting bunch.
Explain.
So they're very well. Besides being dramatic, right? They're very they're loyal, is what they are.
Yes, they are very loyal.
They're the most loyal crew at this entire school. I don't know of anybody else's classroom that has the most loyal brand of students.
Yeah, they'll fight for me.
Yeah.
Which is freaking amazing. They shouldn't have to, but they will.
I'm glad they do fight for you. So let's go around the table and we'll talk about just in general, like what are you happy for this year? The last episode we did was like the good kids, and people really seemed to like that one, I guess, talking about them, you know, being what made us happy.
Because we talked about positive things and
I
didn't complain
know.
about stuff.
So we talked about good things about students and people liked it?
Yeah.
How?
It's the number 3 episode on the listen list.
How long was the podcast? Like 30 seconds?
It should have been. It's like 40.
It's because the students that we named are listening to it over and over.
Oh, I see. Okay. that
They're
makes sense.
just boosting their own egos.
They need their egos fed.
Yeah.
They're children. So why don't we, who wants to go first? So Mark, or you want to start with Nancy? Work our way around?
Let's get Nancy can go first.
Nancy.
No, you go first.
No, you go first.
Sounds like a classroom. Positive thing?
Sure. One thing you're happy for this year.
Okay. I am happy that a lot of my students have told me that they are a lot more confident and sure of themselves because of my teachings and the theater classes this year.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Makes me proud that they grew. And now I can't get them to shut up.
All right.
Which is good, I guess.
It's fine. Growth.
Growth is good.
Alana, what are you happy for?
Mostly that I figured out what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
First year was rough.
Oh, this was your first year?
Yeah. So that's why first year was rough. Picking up where the last person left off was equally as rough. Trying to catch up the kids who had him to where my kids are now was rough. But I guess they have a good foundation now, or at least they kind of know what to expect. So that's pretty good. And that's what I'm happy with.
All right.
Yay, you made it.
Yay! And Tina, this is the one that picked up after the shitbird.
Oh, the infamous shit bird.
Got it. That piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she had to clean up that entire mess. Like,
Oh,
walk
you poor
in there.
thing.
Like, do
Just
you know,
submitted it for dirtiest jobs.
yeah, that room was tragic. Unsafe and tragic.
Yeah, I feel bad for my kids. That And some of them were proud of it, and I just had to shit on them real quick.
They needed it.
Yeah.
Look at
fun
this
to
unsafe
demo.
thing we built with all the nails sticking out. Great, tear that fucking thing down. You're gonna kill somebody.
See, that
Yeah.
was fun. Tearing it all down was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Jacee.
I guess having a space for the first time ever was nice here. I'd never had my own space, and being able to provide that safe space to my students because they wanted a place that was theirs so they could feel comfortable. And that's where my family is.
Jacey's very attached to her students.
Oh, really?
Like bonded.
That's a nice thing. That's a good thing.
Well, we did just go to dinner to celebrate their first official night as seniors.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. We went out for dinner, and that was a lot of fun. And I was very tired the next day because I'm old.
Wait, where'd you guys go?
We went to cat sushi.
I want to go to
Respectable.
cats.
Respectable.
Yeah. Yeah. Mark, something that gave you joy this year.
Winning everything.
You're going down on PC day.
So Tina, we had this this quote unquote professional collaboration. Actually, no, it was a good day.
Yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day.
So this professional collaboration day was teachers got together in teams and we did like physical challenges, some mental challenges like solving puzzles, things like that.
Yeah.
And then Mark's team. What was the name of your team?
Gray gooses.
Gray Goose.
oh, damn.
Yeah.
Gray gooses.
So Mark's team took first place.
Yeah.
And being a first place team, Mark has not let anybody forget that he's the first place team.
Yep.
And why would you? You're the winner.
Exactly. All that mattered was that Howard Cam was below me.
Oh God.
Is the trophy still in your room or is it still traveling?
No, it's been traveling. I shared the glory. But the best part was that we won off of the most random 5-card draw ever. The 3-way tiebreaker.
Yeah. There was a tie for first place at the end, and then they did.
There's
card pull. With
somebody
Sharlene.
back
What was
there
that,
looks
Sharlene?
quite upset.
Sharlene calls bullshit.
Are you still bitter? Okay, just checking.
I don't know. I was just a scoreboard keeper. I was everybody's friend that
Yeah,
day.
our team lost by 1 point. And then we had we were down a person, but let's not whatever. And then there's another person that works here named Tina Avial, and she's a counselor here. And so we have to run this obstacle course, but you have to be hip to hip and like hold like this ball. So if you imagine standing next to somebody side by side, and you hold a ball, and then you have to run this obstacle course. And I said, Tina, I'm gonna put my arm around you, and I'm gonna squeeze, and I'm gonna just throw you through the corner. She goes, What? What are you gonna do? It's like, when we take the corner, I'm gonna whip you through it. We're gonna cut this corner. And she goes, what are you talking about? And then you hear, go! Come here, Ty, let's go. I just like, wait. Oh my God. And I'm like, I didn't want to lose. I didn't want to lose points. But you know who, so there's another challenge that on our team, we have to take chopsticks and then pick up marbles.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I was so good at that.
Oh, but you know who was top scorer?
I forget who beat.
Joanna Wright.
That's right.
Oh, yes.
She was crazy.
Joanna Wright, the most unsuspecting person you would think of using chopsticks to pick up marbles, took first place. And we're so proud of her. I don't know what her strategy was.
I think she scooped.
Yeah.
Pretty
Hey,
sure she
whatever
scooped.
worked.
She's a scooper.
Yeah, that obstacle course the relay race thing was intense. I ate it twice.
Yeah. I hit Cameron Troutman with the yardstick as we're doing the pickup thing with the yard. So you have these 2 yardsticks, like big chopsticks and picking up things. And then Cameron was next to me, and I would hit him in the arm and in the leg with my yardstick, just to be a dick. I don't know.
You don't
Very
play
on
nice.
brand.
I don't play nice.
Very
I
on
don't play
brand.
nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Tina, I know you're not a teacher,
Yeah.
but you want to, I guess, generally tell everybody what you do, and then what made this year good for you so far? What is great about this year for you so far?
Yeah. So I work at an animal hospital. So I deal with dogs and kitties and all of that. Just as a receptionist, nothing medical. What made the year awesome? I don't know. I mean, I really like my job. I can basically leave all the drama that happens at work and just enjoy my life, really. Yeah.
You want to tell the story about the Karens that are always late?
Oh, God, yeah. So I had a Karen last week. We do have to deal with Karens and Kens, if you will. But the other week, she had called in and she said, hey, I'm going to be late for my appointment. And I was like, that's cool. We have a 15-minute leeway. If you're going to be like 1 minute, late, just reschedule the whole thing. There's no need. And she's like, no, I'll make it. She ends up being 25 minutes late, right? And she comes in and she's like, hey, I'm here now. Can we get started? I'm like, so no, we're going to be taking you in as a walk-in appointment, which is $120. Wow. So I went from $50 to $120, and you're going to have to wait for at least an hour. And she's like, well, that's ridiculous. I only was like 10 minutes late. I'm like, no, you were 25 minutes late.
Yeah. It's like a whole appointment.
That's a whole appointment that you missed. So, yeah.
And we have kids like that too. They come on 5 minutes late. No, I'm just a little late. Like, yeah, but
You're
it's still late.
Yeah.
Like if I told you that I'm going to give you like $1,000 at 7 a.m., what time would you be outside my door? Not at 7. You'd be camping out all night, and then like you would win, right? Like when graphics cards were on sale at Best Buy, people would just line up.
Yeah.
You just have to be ready.
Yeah.
Kids are morons.
Can I add one more thing, actually?
Yeah,
About
yeah.
a good thing that happened this
Let's
year.
hear it.
The friendships that were created. And
Yeah.
forged. Because I want to say, like, I think this year, out of all the other years I've taught, I've always had like coworkers that I was cool with. But I can say for a fact that this year I've actually have coworkers that I'm friends with.
Yes. I thank you. I'm happy that we're all friends.
She's not
You
talking
think
I don't
about
think
I'm
she was
talking
talking
about
about
you. This side of
me
the
then.
table. And, hey, yo, Sharlene. Yo. Hey.
It's like a little family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little tight family. It's nice. It's nice that we get to do this. What is the hardest challenge you had this year?
Oh, God.
I can go
Wait,
first.
yeah, let's let Marco first. And
We'll
then, 'cause-
reverse the
Oh,
order.
y'all
Let's flip it
fighting
on.
to be first.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I was like, oh me.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Hardest challenge.
Idiots.
Agreed.
Blatant idiots.
Hey, go on.
I mean, like, if you get in trouble for doing something, right? And as the way that we lead, right? If we see it and it's minor, which like, dude, wake up. You know what I mean? But when it's big time, we let them know in a fashion in which you think that they never repeat the mistake ever again.
Yeah.
But they're idiots, so they don't learn.
Yeah.
I've never contemplated going to jail so much times this year.
Well, we'll get to that question. In a
Okay,
little
good.
bit.
Similar to yours, I have officially discovered I have an allergy to stupidity. Yes, and a lot of things to me fall under stupidity. So being lazy, inconsiderate, selfish, it's all being stupid. And that was kind of it. And I was on board with you with the how many times could I possibly go to jail for doing certain things.
Yep.
You have a good example,
Of the level of stupidity.
or just in general.
It's I mean, there was so much, but I thought it would be a lot of stupidity of the students because, I mean, they're students, right? They're growing. But in my particular job, I have to deal with a lot of adults. So I am shocked at the level of stupidity of what we should be considering professional people.
Okay. All right, coworkers then. I hear you. I understand. Alana.
I mean, same boat with the two of them, except definitely more children. The fact that I walked in and they can't read a ruler, and it's just like, why? And then I gave, like, literally on the first week of school, I gave them a Kahoot that it literally said 4th grade fractions, and they were stumped. And I was just like, guys, it literally says this is 4th grade fractions. It is 4th grade. You are in high school. How is this possible? COVID did not happen in 4th grade, so you should not be that much behind.
I remember being in one of your classes when you're giving out this, like you had this piece of paper and it's printed, there's rulers on it, like the
Yes.
printed line rulers.
Ruler quizzes.
What
I give them
line-
ruler quizzes.
Yeah, they said, what line is this? And there's a little arrow. Says, what line is this? And it's like a half mark. They're like, I don't know. Like, Jesus Christ.
I have to give them ruler quizzes. That's how bad it is. And even then, by the end of the year, some of them were still failing it. And it's 5 questions where it's literally a picture of a ruler pointing to a thing.
Yeah.
And they can't.
Like they can't tell you like, oh, this is 1.5 inches. Like that's what this particular line
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
This
This
is
is 5/8.
Nothing.
Yeah. No. Some of them like don't even know that that's a thing. Like they're writing like 5/4, and I'm like, how does
5/4.
exactly.
So
Think about it
we
that
need
way.
to bring a math teacher into this podcast to ask some questions.
Or they're actually just ahead of the game because they're really thinking that it's 5/4. You know, like it's a full. They're just trying to mess with you.
But it's not
in
an
your
inch
head.
and a fourth. It's like 8.
Oh,
And they're saying 5/4 is the answer.
yeah. Well, I was trying to help them out a little bit.
No,
right,
no,
never
you
mind.
can't.
You're all idiots.
I've realized you can't.
I was trying
you
to save
also
you guys,
allergic-
but you guys are just idiots. Never mind.
Yeah.
Are you also allergic to stupidity?
Yes. Oh my God. I have to yell at my kids so often because they're lazy. It's like they come to me and towards the end of the quarter, like, oh, can I save my grade? I'm like, you did nothing. Your grade is literally participation. Do something. You get a good grade. It's not that complicated.
Like in any job site, so you teach construction, in any job site, if you just didn't do the work, you'd be fired.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why they're failing. They don't do the work, they fail. Like you do something, you do better at least.
Nancy has a lot.
How long is this podcast?
As long as you need to be. As long as you need to be.
I don't want to commandeer the show. God, this year is still currently a pain in my butt. God, that whole thing of, when it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
It's freaking storming over here, man. I cannot. Anyways,
You can always pass, by the way, if you don't want to share.
no, I'll share because
Okay.
technically it's a public case, so
Yes.
I can share. To start off, like the worst things. So disrespectful students is one. I had a kid flick me off this year, and he got into a lot of trouble for that.
Did you break his finger?
No, I can't do that because I'm a decent human being.
Unfortunate.
She didn't want to go to jail with us.
Yeah, I know. So that was one issue. And then I had, in the middle of the year, I had a staff member harass me in front of my students, yelling at me in front of my students. That was kind of taken care of, sure. Now I'm dealing with another staff member who threatened me in the workplace. So I'm dealing with that, and that's not fun. So it's
Like it is really just. I don't want to. I'll only share what you share. So I really wanted to see what was going on with that. So I went to downtown one morning, and I waited.
yeah, you did.
And
I had a hearing last week.
Yeah, and then and I was like, I want to see what's going on. Like I don't understand why Tina. Like I wanted to be really nosy.
Yeah.
And so I 8 a.m. I find a parking spot, which is, I kid you not, a block and a half from the courthouse. I'm like, oh, I am in a nice spot. This parking spot opens at 8:30. Sat there, and then Sharlene texted me about funding. And then I'm like, well, let's FaceTime. Let's talk about it. Sean wants to talk about it. Let's talk about it. And then she's at the stadium.
For graduation.
For graduation. And then she goes, and then it comes about, it goes, well, where are you? And then so I'm like, yeah, I'm in downtown right now. I can't, I'm here. I got to do a thing. I want to see a vendor. I didn't know who was listening to the conversation. So
Oh, that was just me because I video bombed this FaceTime.
Yeah, I was like, I'm here to see a vendor, and I'm going to be here for a while. And like, no, you need to be here at rehearsal. I'm like, God damn it, fuck! Like I really
You were
wanted
the
to see this.
MC, man. Of
Yeah,
graduation.
I was the MC for graduation, but I was in downtown for another reason, for Nancy. And then I how did that turn out? Are you okay sharing with how that? Because I had to leave.
Yeah, the case got continued because the lawyers are trying to settle something or make a deal outside of court.
I see.
So
Did you have to see the person who was
I
harassing you?
did.
Oh,
and
that's
it
awkward.
Freaked me out. Like it's just, I'm all about like mental health, right?
Yeah.
That was not good for my mental health because I've been avoiding him on campus. There's a TRO.
Oh,
on
damn.
him. Yeah. So like yeah, it was weird being in the same room as him. And
Yeah.
then just having to deal with that. I'm sure he's going through a lot of crap right now too, but you know what?
Well, fuck him.
I'm
though.
the victim.
Right.
Right. So yeah, it's still not resolved. That's what I'm gonna say. I think that's right now. That's all I want to say. But it's stressing me the fuck out.
I'm happy that your husband didn't just reach across and beat the living daylights out of him.
See, he's also a decent human being. He's very angry.
That's the problem. Stop being a decent human being. And
Right, Tina, right? That's why we're friends. We're not decent. We're just
Well, we don't want to go to jail.
Well, let's get to that question, shall we?
Oh God.
Tina, I'm sorry. I don't want to skip Tina, by the way.
Why is this a question?
What sucks in
have
your
some-
life?
Tina, what's terrible? Let everybody know what's terrible.
oh man, I feel terrible. I like my life. I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh, perfect.
Get out right
And
now.
you're on the annoyed adult.
Yeah. I think, but we started with a YouTube channel, and then every show, like Tina just has always been there. You're a good friend, and I'm sorry you weren't here. Last time you weren't on the show, you're like, I gotta fix my teeth. So
Oh,
Yeah, you get a dental thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just had a painful teeth that I didn't take care of since COVID. I don't know. There's a lot of things I didn't take care of since COVID. So, I mean, otherwise,
well, a lot of kids get fucked up over COVID too.
yeah.
Mentally, they're just not having it, right? I mean, I guess they're good at esports, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? That actually makes me go with, that's why I think Mark might have a cooler room than you. Just because I really like being able to play games in Mark's room.
You could play
Sorry.
games in Howard's
Say
room.
less.
And all I've been trying to do is find a big enough curtain of a Darth Vader curtain to put on his, because
To
he has
replace
the.
my ugliest green throw up.
Yeah,
curtain in the
I
back?
don't even know what that is.
That's
That's just
been there
ugly.
forever.
I know, but
since
it's
I was a student.
right,
The
and it's
70s.
so
That gotta go,
ugly.
dude.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to
Disgusting.
find a big enough Darth Vader one to cover that, and then his room would be like.
Wait, what do you mean you play video games? I have an 8-bit arcade cabinet here that,
That
we
is
can
true.
play on.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe after that one day we were playing in his room, and
Mark actually
was a
does
good time.
have like the best games and the best setup for playing games. So, like, if you want to play modern games, you go to Mark's room. If you want
Atari stuff.
Atari games, you come to my room. That's fine. I can live with that.
well, also your room is way farther from my room than his.
Location. That should be the criteria in who has the coolest room.
We're asked to bring that category
Well,
back
yeah.
Do
next
you
year.
know
We'll
where
keep-
Howard Cam's room is? No.
No, nobody knows where my room is.
That's true.
That's a good thing, though.
Yeah.
Like when people go, I'm trying to find Mr. Cam's room. Like, what room are you looking for? F103. I'm like, I think it's down that way, past the hall. Like, no, it's a dead end. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know where it is. And they walk to Charlene's room and it says F102 on it. Like, where's F103? Oh, obviously, it's here. Like, Jesus Christ, look at the door. There's a big wooden plaque outside that says F103.
But your numbers are like fading.
It's fine. It's fine. All right. Let's get to the. I have another question for you. I think we should really think about this.
What,
before
the
we
jail
answer.
thing?
Yeah, no, I think one of us must go to jail. We're gonna do some bad shit real soon. Like, either you're gonna beat somebody up, we're gonna hit a kid, we're gonna yell at somebody. Like,
God, I hope not.
We can go to jail for yelling at somebody? Oh no.
Okay, what's your question, Howard?
so the question is, who do you think in the next 10 years is gonna go to jail, and for what?
You. You
What?
will. You
No.
will go to jail.
No. He would have already been in jail.
No. I think he will, because in the next, you said 10 years?
10 years.
Okay, so the next 10 years, you will have had enough shit, and you're just gonna, you'll black out, you won't know what you did, and you'll just like come to, and things will be just askew everywhere.
Like people lying down.
Who knows? Just askew. Something.
No.
And then we'll all get a call or a text going, guys, I fucked up.
No, I think it would be Alana. Here's why.
What?
No, look at your surprise. No, here's why. Because she, as first year teacher, she has put up with so much shit.
Yeah,
right?
you're right.
And the level of stress that you bring at lunch, you're like, these fucking kids. Like, because one, she works around power tools all the time. So there is a lot of dangerous things that can happen. And one day she's gonna get so mad, she's gonna just shove a kid into the fucking table saw,
Oh my God.
and
this
then
is
he's
getting
gonna
really
be
dark.
doing the 2-finger shaka. That's what's gonna happen.
Can you give me a visual on the 2-finger
Yeah,
shaka,
yeah.
please?
And do a shaka right now.
Okay.
But there are no 3 fingers in the middle.
So it looks like a regular shaka.
But without, that's it. It's permanent. Permanent shaka. Permanent shaka. That would be it. That'd be it. Like you would, I could see that happening, or like just by accident. You know,
By accidentally pushing somebody into
you're
the
gonna
table
accidentally
saw.
push somebody into the miter saw, or a hand into the drill press.
Do you agree that you have that kind of anger?
No, if anything, I would stab a phone first.
Yeah,
'Cause I hate those more.
criminal property damage.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
that
wouldn't
would be-
hurt a child,
Yeah.
but I would stab a phone with something in my room.
Drill the phone.
Anything in my room.
Drill the phone. Oh, put the
I have
phone through
demo
a saw.
saws.
You know what? Actually,
yeah.
we should have a wall with all of the excess phones and have them like nail gunned to a board, you know, like in our classrooms. And we'll just like write fake student names on there.
Yeah.
So I gave Mark a stack of my old cell phones, and it's like a stack.
Yeah, I got like 6 phones.
Yes, these are all old cell phones. They some work, some don't work. It doesn't matter. But we were gonna drill holes in them, and then like, actually, our first part was we were gonna take the phone and throw it on the ground and tell the kid that's your fucking phone. And the kid will freak out.
Yeah. Like take away their phone, right? Put it in your pocket and do a little sleight of hand.
yeah.
And then you know what? I'm done with this, and just whip it at the wall or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then watch the kid cry.
Yeah.
That is a good plan. I do have some old phones, so we'll just drill some.
But
in
would
there
that be
because
too
I do
traumatic for this generation?
too bad.
They need some trauma.
A little bit.
They do, right? Yeah.
They need some trauma.
Like, who's the youngest person here? You are, Alana.
Me.
You're the youngest.
Of course, this one.
Like, but you're not your typical generation kid. Because
I'm like the in between.
yeah. Wait, how old is Mark?
I'm
28.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
he's a little older than you.
Really?
No, I'm 29.
Still, you're below 30.
Yeah.
Ugh, gross. Get out.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
But I think kids need a little more trauma in their lives. Like I talked in the past about the kid who called his mommy because I was scolding him for cheating. Like, and I'll never forget that. I'm never gonna forget that ever. Like my mommy wants to hear what you're gonna say about me. Like Jesus Christ.
I think kids like this generation, they get away with a lot. I feel like they get away with a lot. There's no like
consequences.
Yeah, there's no real
Yeah.
consequences. Like I remember back in my day, if you screwed up even just a little bit or caught cheating, you're suspended. Your parents
Yeah.
were called in. They had to meet with the VP. Like every little thing, and then all those things just stop happening.
That doesn't happen anymore?
No, you get detention in the cafeteria and you wipe down tables.
Yeah.
Or you
for
just get a
vaping
talk
in
to.
school.
You just
Are
get
you
a talk
serious?
to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tino, what happened when you got in trouble?
Oh, dude, you were called to the principal's office. Like, I remember when I was in high school, for some stupid reason, I jumped in the pool with my clothes on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was a decent human being. But I got called into the principal's office and I was almost suspended. But, like, I literally was begging, like, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I did this stupid thing. But from what I'm hearing, if that happened now, no consequences? Like,
I don't think so.
Caught cutting class once.
yeah.
And I was like begging, for my life. They're like, oh, we're gonna suspend you. We're gonna call your parents. I was like, oh no, my first generation Korean parents. Oh hell no, I'm gonna die when I go home. No, please, 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 please. And then, the suspension for like a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that, like, something like
No,
that.
doesn't happen.
That's insane.
Like we were
Only the really
afraid-
bad ones get suspended.
Oh, that's insane.
But if you think about it, we also got consequences at home.
Oh,
because
yeah.
if anything happened, it wasn't what did the teacher do wrong. It was what did you do wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was always they sided with the teacher.
yeah.
Now
It's
it's
not the
flipped.
case now.
Now you got to be kind of like smart about it. Like, do I tell these parents? Do I not? Are they gonna make it my problem? Like,
Well, this is a good line of questioning then. So let's go around and we'll start Alana. We'll work it around then. What is the dumbest thing you did in high school?
You had me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You were my student.
I wasn't a shit kid.
No, you know what I remember? I used to like ask you because you would just like zone out, but you would do your work. I'd be like, hey, Alana, you gonna do some fucking work today? You're like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
I don't know.
I remember asking
zone
that.
out a lot.
I'm like, well, she doesn't like do bad shit. But I'm like, she would just like sit there and then like she'd sit on the table.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, God, one of these kids.
I built your tables though, so you can't complain.
Yeah. Alana for her.
I found loopholes. That's how I got through high school.
So Alana for her senior project built the tables we're actually using right now.
very cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why he
she-
can't say anything.
No, I can't say shit. I can't say. Jacee, dumbest shit you did in high school.
During school or outside of school time? Because that's different, right? That's like
What should we do in school? What do you think?
Like dumbest, like it got
In
you in
school.
trouble kind dumbest,
got
or
you in
just
trouble.
dumbest,
You got
like
caught.
embarrassing.
I was such a good kid in high school, though.
Lame.
Okay. This was my most scandalous thing I did during high school. In my senior year, at the very end, because I didn't want to anymore, I went to Mr. Abe and asked for a pass because I had nothing to do in my class. So that was my skipping.
Oh my god.
That was me.
Wow.
I
So
was that
mild.
goody Asian band BG kid in high school. Outside of school hours, I was different. But during school, that's what I was.
I need a shower.
See, that was what I did. I got a pass, and I just went to teacher and said, oh, yeah, I got to go over there.
You took advantage of Mr. Abe, the gold standard of teaching at Roosevelt
No.
High
Unbelievable.
School.
How disgusting.
He
You should
went
be
and he
ashamed
said,
of yourself.
okay, so I went there and I cleaned.
Oh.
I went to the room and I cleaned.
Okay, you leave. You leave.
Yeah, you. All right. You
We
gotta
almost
go.
had it. We almost
Yeah,
had the turnaround
yeah.
there. And
You
she's
see,
like,
yeah,
but I
no.
was cleaning for
I
him.
was. I went to go clean.
Cleaning.
Went to go wipe the chairs
Whatever.
and all that stuff.
Oh, Mark, dumbest thing.
To be fair, I also didn't get in trouble in high school.
Oh my god.
But I was a part of, I don't know if we just didn't get in trouble or if they just kind of let us slide. There was a group of maybe 30 boys at Kamehameha schools, and our class color was purple. And we had this brilliant idea. One day, we all bought purple morph suits,
Nice.
and we showed up en masse in purple morph suits. And you're not allowed to have masks in school, right?
Yep.
So we had ID lanyards, so we just switched lanyards. And we got through like 2 periods of going into each other's classes. Like obviously some people look different than other people, so we couldn't skip. But the similar ones got
Yeah.
through like 2 periods, and then they're like, "No, you got to take off your mask." And we're like, "All right." But yeah, just been like 40 purple dudes walking around campus.
Jesus.
It was pretty great.
You're the Kamehameha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Tina.
No, you.
Oh, is
Don't
it me?
skip you. It's
Oh, is
your
it- was
turn,
it me?
yeah.
So there's so you know the counselor that works here, Suzanne, that works
Yes.
with Audrey Walls.
Yeah.
So she remembers me.
Oh,
And I walked in the Audrey Walls' room talking about another student, and then Suzanne goes, Howard Cam, Kaiser High School. I'm like, yeah. She goes, I remember you. I'm like, you remember me? Oh, how nice. I'm like, no. And so we talked about an old counselor we used to have, Jimmy Hutcherson, who's since retired. And he goes, yeah, I took over for Mr. Hutcherson, and you were, and then she was trying to be soft about it. I go, let me guess, behavioral issue? She goes, yeah. I goes, you know what your issue was? I go, what was my issue? She goes, you defied authority. You always defied authority, and you always questioned authority. Like that was your behavioral issue. Like that's why you always got into trouble, because you'd always question when someone told you to do something. I'm like, but that's not really bad, is it? I'm like, well, everybody at Kaiser knows your name. So I'm like, holy shit.
You're
guess.
famous.
Well, for defying authority. And I'm like, but I still
Notorious.
have that problem now. I don't.
Well, what exactly would you do though when you say
Like I don't know. I don't remember. Right? I don't remember like all the defiant things I used to do.
Yeah.
Geez. Like I think the most dumbest thing I did was I had an off-campus pass, and I had a Jeep Cherokee at the time. And so my friend wanted to cut school, so he went into the back seat and he covered himself with that silver foil that you use to put in your windshield. But as I'm leaving and I rolled down the window to show my pass, he fucking sneezed. The security guard looks at me and I said, bye. And I just hit the gas. I don't know why I didn't stop. I got fucking busted the next day, but like, Jesus Christ, I don't know why I didn't stop. I just said, bye. And then I hit the gas and I left. Like, I don't know why. He's like, hey. And I just took off. That was the dumbest thing. Oh, wait a minute. I pushed the kid down a flight of stairs.
dude.
Okay, now
was that not
that
He used to
goes with
bully
the
me.
person who is going to go to jail first.
He used to bully me. And so he was much bigger than me. And I pushed him down a flight of stairs. That I remember. Yeah, I thought he was fine. He got up.
He lived.
He lived. He got up. I mean, it was one fall. But I pushed him.
Did he bully you after that?
No, that was it. Problem solved. I pushed him down a flight of stairs.
Are you taking notes, Nancy?
Little bit.
Yeah. For the students that are listening, by the way, pushing someone down a flight of stairs is not the best way
don't
to do
do
it.
it.
There's cameras
don't
now.
do it.
That's why
That
you
is
don't-
true. There are cameras now.
Don't do it because there are cameras.
We will get caught.
That's a deterrent.
This was This is the late 80s, early 90s. There's no cameras back then. Of course not. All right, I have another question. This is just a random fun question.
You skip.
Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped Tina.
And Nancy.
Did I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
We don't exist for Howard.
No, I'm sorry.
I think Howard needs to leave.
I do. All right, go ahead.
Well, it wasn't high school. It was middle school. And technically, I actually didn't get caught. So, but I used to be a pro wrestling fan. And we were trying to build a wrestling ring, my friends and I. But we needed rope, right? You know, like the ropes on the wrestling ring. So we decided our genius plan was to steal the fire hose or like the garden hose. So it was two guys, my best friends and me. And we were like, okay, we're going to steal the garden hose from the school and somehow take it back with us, you know?
Yeah.
And it's huge. It was this huge, long thing. So we get the garden hose. We didn't realize how heavy it was going to be, but we were like, run. There was no other plan except run and go. And as we're running, we're passing the security guard who's looking at us like, what the fuck is going on? And we're like, just go. And we ended up in the girls' bathroom because we saw the security guard. And we have this long ass hose. A girl comes in and she sees the boys and us, and we're just looking at him like, oh my God. So she leaves and we're like, we still need to go. So we keep running. And we somehow hide the garden hose like in this like little compartment in school so that we could get it later. And we ran back to the library because there was word that they were trying to find us. So we get to the library, and apparently the security comes up to us and they're like, this other one who didn't catch us. They're like, hey, we heard that you guys were running around because of a satanic ritual in the bathroom.
What?
Yeah. And we were like, no, we don't believe in Satan. So that's the dumbest thing I ever did. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that when you pulled out your dice and you're like, I missed my roll for that, sorry.
Yeah. What about you, Nancy?
Dumbest thing besides that cutting school thing, which was my first and only time actually. But so I in high school I was like the kid that got bullied, so I kind of hung out with like the wrong kids just to belong somewhere, and they got me into smoking. Don't do it; it's gross. I regret it. But we used to smoke in stupid little places all over campus, like in the elevator. Like
I remember
area,
that. I remember those times.
Or we would all go into the girls' bathroom in a building and go all the way to the last stall and then smoke there, and somebody else would be watching outside for teachers. And I remember I didn't get in trouble for this, but I was like really embarrassed because one day we were in there smoking, and Doreen, who still is here, by the way, she comes into the girls' bathroom and starts yelling at us. Get out of here! I know what you're doing! Blah 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 blah. And this group of girls, we're all Korean, so we start yelling at each other in Korean. The teacher's here! Hide it all! And she's like, I know what you're saying! And we're like, she does? She's like, get out! And I remember locking eyes with Doreen, Miss Dudois, and I locked eyes with her, and I was like, oh no. And the look on her face looked so disappointed. And I was just like, oh, and I ran out of there so quick.
Oh my God.
And for years, I never forgot that look on her face. And then when I started teaching here again, I was like, hey, Dory, do you remember like way back when you caught me smoking in the bathroom with all the girls? And she's like, oh, no. I'm like, damn it, I've been harboring this for years.
This was my trauma.
I was like, damn it. And like, yeah, so it was just that. And then, yeah, that was probably, I think just the look of disappointment in her face just followed me around for literally years. And
She
then
haunted your dreams.
yeah, and then it was like, she didn't even remember it. Like, it didn't matter. I was like, what?
I think we're missing a crucial point here. She was smoking in the A building bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're still smoking in the
Yeah,
A building bathroom.
there is.
Tradition you started.
So you started.
No, I didn't start because I learned it from the senior students.
Oh.
I
So
was
it's
younger.
still going.
But
Except the
it's still
difference
going.
is they went in the back last stall. Now
Yeah.
they just do it right.
Yeah, now it's just vaping everywhere. Blatantly.
But it is funny. Us two good kids in high school ended up going to the dark side of life because I do call you gold leader all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But these other ones over here that were a little more mischievous
Wait.
are trying to be on the good side.
I was a good kid. I just want to say I was a good kid.
Who smoked in
Who
the
smoked in the bathroom?
But I was the one that I just wanted to fit in, guys. I just wanted to fit in.
I think we all wanted to fit in at one point, right? Just doing something real
I just
stupid.
asked for a pass to go into another room to clean. Like, come
Despicable,
on.
but you took advantage of it.
Yeah, Jesus. Wait, no, but I still can't get over like I want to pass to go clean a classroom.
Yeah, because I didn't want to sit in my other class.
But
The other class was hot. It didn't have AC.
but I feel like you could like really done other things.
That's.
During
I
school?
mean, I skipped all of junior year to come to your class.
Ooh.
Like half of junior year, I didn't go to my classes.
You
And I
didn't?
came to yours.
I don't remember that.
You wrote me. Okay. So
I wrote
basi-
passes?
No, you did not write passes. You wrote me
That's
a
right, there's no
single
fucking paper
pass
trail.
that never had a date. It never had a time. It always had my name and your signature, and I could just write in the time every time
I
and
don't-
erase it.
I don't
remember that?
I don't remember that. I don't
Because
remember.
I remember skipping chemistry. I
Yeah.
skipped broadcast a lot. I skipped physics a lot. I skipped physics
This
for
is
broadcast. I
hilarious.
skipped chemistry and came to you. I skipped math and English
How did
and
you
I came
pass?
to you. Because I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think that's the good point too. Like we have some students that actually do work, and they don't go to class, but then they think they can. Like other students see that same behavior, like, oh, I can do that too. Like, no, the fuck you can't. You suck, you piece of shit. Get the fuck back, sit down, and do your work. By the way, speaking of,
And welcome to the Annoyed Adult.
it only took 40 minutes to get here, folks. No, all right, let's get to that part. So then, Mark, I like to go to Mark's room just to
because it's a cool room.
no.
Let the record show that you've come to my room more than I've come to your room.
Negative. Because
Because you're too lazy to walk up the hill.
Yeah.
I come here all the time.
Yeah. Huh?
Well, okay.
Anyway, so
One
then,
to one then.
but I like going in Mark's room because we have mutual students, and when they see me, their face just goes, "Oh my god, oh shit," and I love that feeling so much. And I just walk in his room and I just stop and stare for a moment, like let it just soak in that Mr. Cam is here to give you hell. And then I sit down, and then our mutual students, they're just like nervous, and we have this one kid named Ati. She's an actually good kid.
Yeah.
But she's like she's always nervous all the time for whatever reason. I don't understand why she's always nervous.
Yeah.
But I like to pick on that fact.
What's wrong with you?
So like as my class, like in my class, like as it's pitch quiet and everybody's studying, like no one can hear me walk around, and I stand right behind her and I watch her screen. I go, I don't think that's the correct answer. She goes,
So mean.
So you
That's
like
wrong.
smell fear.
change it. I try to help her get a better grade. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
So when you came in for the poetry presentations,
Yeah.
right? And she was sweating bricks. Today for their final, I pulled a little prank on everyone. I said, "Oh, you guys nervous about your final today?" And everyone's like, "We don't have a final. You said it was our presentation. We're done." I said, "I posted on Google Classroom this morning." Immediately, phones come whipping out of pockets, and they're looking, and I'm just kidding. I'm lying to you, and they're like, "What?" I was like, "There's no final." And then Ati comes in, and I said, "Oh yeah, and Howard Cam will be here in about 5 minutes," and then she freezes by the door, and then I'm like, "I'm just kidding, I'm lying again," and then you could just hear the sigh of relief from everyone. It was great.
My kids are the same way because you watched presentations once
Yeah.
and grilled them. And then the second time you came and I told them that you were coming, they're just like, no, please.
Like I'm the instrument people use to like make people nervous. So
That's not always true, though.
no, not always.
Because
But
my theater kids,
Yeah.
they love it when you come by.
yeah, because I like your kids.
They're like, "Oh, Mr. Cam's coming!" I'm like, "Yeah."
they
Like,
just
cool.
want to see the anger. Like, look at this angry guy. They want to. They're analyzing me.
They could be doing a character study
Yeah,
on
they're
you.
trying to replicate you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
Inspiration.
Because at graduation, so Lauren, what's her last name? Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren Miller said she saw me on that big screen, and then I was like smiling and like little, like happy.
Oh, yeah, I got so many pictures of that from the
Oh my
students.
god! So everyone's like, "Oh, Mr. Cam was so happy, and he really enjoyed himself as MC of graduation." And I'm like, "No, that's fucking 2 hours of acting. That's great. Like I didn't want to be there. I was tired, exhausted. My back hurts. My feet hurts. I don't want to be there. But I know I'm being watched, and I know I'm being filmed. So I've got to like put that smile on.
Yeah. Good job.
And thank you. Thank you. I learned something from the theater department, drama department. But I'm like clapping and like, oh yes, yeah, great. I'm like just. But if you watch the video, and I showed Tina. So I showed you the video, Tina.
Yeah.
At the end of it, when everybody threw their caps in the air, I'm like in my head, I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I forgot how long I counted for. And thank you very much for coming to graduation. You may meet your student at the Lesmore Comedy Stadium. Have a good night. And I just do a little clap, throw the binder down, walk off stage.
Yep.
And scene.
I didn't clean up. I didn't clean up. I left all my paperwork there. I grabbed my skateboard and I got the fuck out.
Remember, I voted for you to ride in on the skateboard up the ramp.
They wouldn't let me.
I
You
know.
should have just done it anyway.
You should have done it during rehearsal because nobody was there.
Oh, let's talk about graduation rehearsal. Let's put this on the record.
no.
No, I'm upset. I'm upset because I did not need to be there. I asked Doreen, like, do you want me to go through the speech and get everything down? She's like, no, let's just let it be a surprise. I'm like, then why am I here? Like, why am I here? Like, it makes no sense.
Because Sharlene and I had to be there.
Yeah, but why did you two need to be there
Just had
either?
to spread the misery.
Yeah, why do I have to be here? And so I had to go to JRTC and like, how long is it going to take you to march you guys out on the stage, put the flag, sing Hawaii Pono'i, sing the Star Spangled Banner, all that, and then go back? How long is everything going to take? And then they're like, and so I got all the timing down. I wrote it all down in the book. And then, did I tell you about the valedictorian speech?
Nope.
Oh,
It was a mess.
that was
Yeah.
painful.
So if you watch her speak, originally I asked her as we were doing the rehearsal, I'm like, do you have your speech memorized? She goes, yeah, I got it. I'm like, okay, but do you know, so you know your speech? She goes, yes. I'm like, great. So in my binder of notes, I tore out her section and just dumped it under the podium because I don't want to flip through pages as I'm going through the script. Then I go, Tia, up again, and I clap, and she comes down, and I felt so bad because she's looking for her speech. And I'm like, oh, crap. So I go back up there. If you watch the video, go back up there. I open the binder. I pull out a speech, which is her old copy. She goes, and she told me off mic, she goes, no, that's Rosa's. I'm like, shit. So I had to like dig through it again. I found her speech, and I gave it to her, and that's the speech she read, and I felt bad.
So it's your fault.
Why?
No.
I'm not the valedictorian.
No, it was way too long. We found out nobody rehearsed the 2 student speakers.
Yeah.
And we were like, honestly, I was tired. I almost fell asleep both times. And so Sharlene is going to be very nice, and we're going to time them, and we're going to tell them this is as much time as you have. Boop. Yep. She's saying 5 minutes. I'm saying 2.
Yeah, 2
Because,
minutes is reasonable.
Nobody's listening to you at that point. Everybody just wants to get out of there. So
2.5.
just,
You're being
say
nice.
your nice speech, be
Yeah.
done. I'm hoping we can double up because it might be the same, because the class president and our valedictorian might be the same student. So I'm like, yeah, okay, 1 2-minute speech, right? Done.
Yeah, just get it done.
Get out of there. Yep.
Yeah, feel good something and let's go.
Yeah.
No, but I felt bad because they rehearsed it 30 minutes before we opened the doors for everybody else. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I mean, do I get mad at Doreen or not? I don't know what to do at this point. I mean,
don't
my
know.
responsibility is over, and I am done
Yeah.
for
Well,
the
they
next
need
27
to learn
years
how
or
to
whatever.
speak properly into a microphone. The constant moving around, everyone, you could see everybody's face. What is she saying? I can't understand
Especially
her.
the valedictorian one. Could not hear her.
Right, because Lauren said, I couldn't hear the valedictorian, and I couldn't hear Mr. Wong, but I heard you. I'm like, well, that's
Good.
fine,
Yeah.
I guess. Sorry. But, just like you got to speak into the mic.
Yeah.
And even on video, if you watch that graduation ceremony back, she's not talking into the mic.
No, moving
it's,
around.
It's pointed at her chest. And like, well, she's taller, so she should move the mic up. Anyway,
Yeah.
I felt a little bad for her.
Yeah.
Rosa was okay. Our class president.
No, that was hard too.
Really?
Constantly moving.
It was
always
better,
looking down.
though.
It was better, but always looking down to
Did you
read.
get the part in that speech where she said Mr. Cam is the best room?
No.
Yes.
I heard it, and I have it on video. F you, Bark. 2-1.
You know what? I will admit I heard that too.
Okay.
I
heard
did
it
not,
too.
but
I heard it.
So I will tell Jalen, which would be funny because Jalen
Yeah.
is taking Howard's class, to
Yeah.
just mention your room, even though she's never taken yours. I'll tell her.
No, but this is good because you know why?
Yeah.
Now Mark will just step up and build an entire beautiful room, tear that green ass curtain down,
Yes.
and then challenge me. And I'm looking forward to it because then we can bring back that award, and then Nancy will step up her room. It'll be great. By the way,
I've got a lot of
not
things to do too.
not for nothing, but Alana's room has come along pretty good.
That is true.
Like if you've ever looked at her, so let's put this in everybody's head. I want you to imagine like an old wood shop with 1980s equipment, and it's just fucking shit everywhere. Like,
Wasn't there a rabbit there or something?
Yep.
oh god, the fucking rabbit.
There were still
Fish.
turds.
Oh, and the turtle.
And the turtle.
Yeah, so those rabbit shit's still there, right? Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
That smell of piss. But anyway, old equipment, old wood everywhere. And Alana has come in, and with the help of free child labor,
Yeah.
knocked a lot of shit down and really cleaned that up. Like half the stuff that doesn't need to be there is now gone. Half the equipment that doesn't work is now gone. And it looks really good. Like if you ever went out there, it's getting there.
It looks like an actual safe working environment now.
Good.
Yeah.
It's clean.
Yeah.
And two of my rooms are just like completely gutted because that's what next year's problem is. Next year's problem, like my fourth level girls, their job is to redesign one, maybe two of my rooms.
Nice.
And that's their first project.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. This is one of the longest episodes we ever did.
There's a lot of us. There's a lot to talk
Yeah.
about.
I know. And I think, are you guys coming in the summer?
I unfortunately will be.
Gross.
I have to
I
meet
don't
with my
plan
kids.
to, but
No, I gotta be here too.
She's coming to clean Miss Abe's.
Actually, I
That's
will
why
be
she's
helping
here.
over there. No, but I have to meet with my students because we get very sad when we're not together. I've been getting a lot of texts that, we haven't been hanging out because our schedule is different and it feels weird. And yeah, we're very attached to each other. So we have some meetings to do. Sharlene will come to one if I can get her to come. But other than that, yeah.
She's shaking her head no so hard right now.
Well, she does have a good reason to stay at home, and I'm just weirdly attached to my
Do you need a
students.
group hug?
No, not from you.
I will give you a group hug either then. Well, let's wrap this goddamn show up.
Thanks for listening, folks. We're done here.
Yeah. Drop this mic. I'm out. No, let's do a final thought and then we'll wrap it up. Who should we start with?
Is Tina not going to judge us and our weird quirkiness?
Oh, Tina is judging us all the time. Right? Yeah.
Technically, I'm judging everybody though.
Yeah. Tina judges everyone to a T.
Nah, you guys are cool.
Tina, what do you think about this entire teacher dynamic here?
It's a little odd to see teachers outside of the classroom and like, I don't know, everybody's so chill.
like we get along.
Like you actually like each other. That's weird.
Like a little mafia.
Yeah.
Oh no,
little
not the
mafia.
mafia
He just made
again.
his dreams come true.
Like a little family.
He just planted that one in just so you would willingly
Oh, yeah.
agree with that.
Me and Sharlene have decided that we are Fast and the Furious, and Cam is Vin Diesel.
That has nothing to do with the haircut.
He's a family.
We are.
Can you just for Halloween next year?
Yeah.
Can you just be Vin Diesel?
I'll be just,
Ooh, we should make one
But-
like a faculty portrait picture, like a poster of that.
yeah.
We'll all take a thing.
And terribly Photoshop our faces in.
All right. Final thoughts? The year is over. Thank God. Alana?
1 year done.
Jacee?
Hope next year's better.
Mark?
My room is still cooler than yours.
Sharlene in the sideline, anything? Final thoughts?
Oh, she's already
my
making
God.
our poster.
Charlene's in the back photoshopping everything. And with that, then, I want to say thank you very much to every single person that has listened to this podcast. We'll probably, I don't know, episodes over the summer. Who knows? You can find the Annoyed Adult podcast. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me thank all my guests. Jesus Christ. What an asshole. I am.
I'm leaving. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Jacee. Thank you, Alana. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Sharlene. And thank you, everyone that's listened. You can find this episode, all the episodes, on Spotify and iTunes. And thank you very much for listening.
Thanks, Howard.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.